What is going on, family, and welcome back to another episode of Quick Coffee Talk. Got my coffee right here. Make sure I don't spill that. But wanted, first of all, getting some orders together before this snow touches the ground, because we're supposed to get like 10 or so inches tonight, which, you never know if I'm going to be able to drive tomorrow, so I might as well get it done today. So thank you, Tammy, Karen, and Vicky for your support with the KLD electrolytes. But that is not what this call is about. What this call is about is, the post that I had a little bit earlier today, which is we are going to, anything that is valuable, we're going to have to go through some short-term pain in order to have long-term pleasure. So what does that look like? Well, when a lot of people start to work with us, they have different things that, let's just say emotions. That's the biggest one. Well, they'll give in to emotional eating because of short-term pleasure, but that leads to long-term pain. Right now, we don't think about it at the moment because we want that instant gratification. We want to take care of it now. And so we don't think about what it's costing us long term. And we kind of, how do I say it? Basically make it okay to do it because you're like, oh, well, it's just this one time. But that one time compounds, right? And we keep doing it, we keep doing it, we keep doing it. So in order for us to achieve our weight loss goal, in order for us to get over emotional eating, in order for us to break our patterns, whatever it is, whatever stage you're at in your life right now, if it's something valuable, right? Because if you're going towards something valuable, there's always going to be some short-term pain that you have to break through for that long-term pleasure. So, but with that example, right, I'll give you like a real life one. Let's just say right now you're a snacker. Right. And that's just what you've always had a tendency to do. It's just part of your routine. When you watch TV, when you, I don't know, there's so many different scenarios where you're sitting at a desk, right? You're mindlessly eating. So let's just say you're a snacker. Well, if you want to get over that because you know that snacking, number one, doesn't fill you up, it has you grazing all day, and it puts a bunch of weight on you, well, and you want to give that up, well, you have to go through some short-term pain. Right? Which is breaking your pattern, being aware of what the problem actually is, and then not giving in to those cravings that you have, like, oh man, I want to eat so bad. It's like becoming an obsessive thought. Well, one of the check-ins that I was doing yesterday, that's what they put, is they're like, I've been wanting to do this, and when I don't do it, it becomes like this obsessive thought. And for you guys who have been around a while, I've always said, and again, my mom is a drug and alcohol counselor, and you could see the similarities between hard drugs and sugar. And so when people say like, oh, that's not true. Okay, hey, you got your opinion, I got mine. That's cool. You do your thing, I'll do my thing, right? But it's essentially the same thing as when you're detoxing from drugs, is your body's trying to pull you back, right? Because our brain will do anything to get out of pain and into pleasure. And so it's trying to pull you back because it knows that it brings you that short-term pleasure, and you've always done it that way. And then you have to break through, right? So when it's becoming that obsessive thought of like, oh, I want to snack, or I want to give into cravings because of this stress or whatever emotion it is, when you don't give in, you're setting yourself up for long-term pleasure, because now the weight starts to melt off. Now you're not starting from zero every Monday. Now you're actually achieving your goal weight and not going backwards every single week. And it's all because you push through that short-term pain. So what seems like it's never going to end, it eventually will, right? Because what gets rewarded gets repeated. And it goes both ways. So if you reward the snacky eating, you're going to keep snacky eating. If you reward not snacky eating, you're going to stop snacky eating, right? You see how that works? And so don't do something that's going to give you short-term pleasure, but long-term pain, right? Because we already know where that leads. I'd imagine if you're watching this video 4 minutes in, that you already know where giving into short-term pleasure gets you, where giving into that craving gets you. And so once you're able to push through that, once you're able to pass the test and you do it consistently, and it becomes conditioned in who you are, then it's like pulling teeth to get you to go off plan. And that's the place that you want to be. So Anyways, I got to hurry up and get these orders done, so I'm gonna cut it off here. But hope this was helpful for you guys. I appreciate you. Love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.